So I'm going to talk about the way I do the filler work real quick here. This is U-POL brand Fiberall. It's a fiberglass impregnated filler, which means it has just kind of a higher strand thickness of the fiberglass that's in it. They have ones with more strand than this, but this is an easier one to work with than some of the other brands that I've dealt with. I'm running over this with 36 grit on a mud hog. So it is sandblasted metal, but you still need to sand it before you put stuff on it. So that's sanded with 36 grit, and then I'm going to run over this with 36 grit and try to straighten it out with the mud hog, but it doesn't do much. It'll kind of get you there. I'm going to use the mud hog for a while until it starts to get to the point where I'm struggling to make it straighter. Then I'm going to switch to regular filler, which is I'm just using a U-POL Gold. Then I'm blocking it with 80 grit on a block. So 80 grit on a block, that's how I'm going to straighten it out. Then it'll be straight. After it's straight, I'm going to prime it. And after I prime it, I'm going to block it in 180, or I might block it in 80, fix my spots, and then prime again, and then start to move on to my other grits. I will switch to it. I'm going to use a high build primer, Evercoat 4:1 on the 80 grit scratches. It's a high build. It can kind of fill those scratches, and then I'll switch to just a regular primer that'll go on a little smoother, and I can block it in 220, then 400, and then I go to a primer, sealer, and paint. I do cover everything. I cover it one end to the other in this Fiberall or like a Duraglass type of stuff. The whole vehicle gets covered. It's good for the weakness of the old metal. It's good for going over welds. It's good for making it stronger. It's good for any rust pits or anything that can get behind. This is waterproof. It's a waterproof filler. It's what you use on a boat hull. It's incredibly tough. So consistently I'll have this Fiberall under everything, and I believe it helps. And it's good up to some crazy thickness, even though we don't really mess with that. But it's just kind of a good, I like it as a sealer. I like to seal the old metal with this stuff. So that's what I do. It's controversial on bodywork because there's a million ways to skin a cat. This is the way I do it.
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job, and everything is gonna be okay.
Alright, so that's a sanded first coat. Didn't do too bad. You can see the lows in here. There was some dents in here, so that's expected. But this one that's coming through here, that's a factory wave. So when they press this, you know, this got pressed in, this ridge got pressed in. Not this edge so much because I made that, but when it got pressed, it just created a natural low in there. I saw the same thing back here. I'll see the same thing all the way around this rig. And that's going to be a factory low that is a wave. You know, like if you straighten that out and you park these two next to each other and you have one that wasn't straightened out like that, one that was, you're going to see that. You know, it's just something that I'm going to fix. I'm going to make it straight. Since I do have a coat over all this, I could go to the filler, but I'm actually going to just keep doing the Fiberall on those low spots, get it kind of to where it's kind of straight, and then switch to the filler. Alright, so that's what my next coat looks like. This stuff, if you like, you don't want to spread it on and leave it till after lunch or the next day. It turns into concrete. So you do kind of want to get to where, you know, you can touch it and it's just barely sticky. It's not leaving any lines when you're touching it from your fingers, and start sanding it. If it's gumming up the paper too bad, then leave it for a minute, but it's going to be a heck of a lot easier, even with that 36 grit on a mud hog. So don't leave it overnight or something like that. Only work an area that you can take care of. You know, don't cover this and then cover all this and then go over here and cover that door. It's just too much. So kind of keep it contained, you know, and you can keep on it. All right, this is the third coat, and we were pretty close. I had a dip that came down through here, and just a low spot here. That's from the factory bin and probably some from welding that in, but that was mostly factory dent. But I think after hitting this with the mud hog, it's going to be relatively straight, so the 80 grit shouldn't be too bad in the next fill. And that's the sanded third coat. So we have one tiny spot here, tiny spot here, tiny spot here. It's pretty straight. You know, it's most definitely not straight, but it's pretty straight for doing a mud hog or DA. And then, so now it's just regular body filler, 80 grit on a block. 1-2 times I should be able to get it. All right, there's our fourth coat with using the block this time, so you can see how it's kind of, you know, these were little low spots in it, and this is our fiberall and this is our filler, and so, you know, these were low spots, and then I still have, you know, some low spots in this, so we'll do another coat, and I'm betting that'll take care of it with a little bit of touch up here and there. On the line there, we got a little low coming through here, coming through here. That line will sharpen up when we do the next, when we do the filler work here. We'll have a piece of tape that runs that body line, and that'll keep that nice and sharp, and it'll make it look a lot nicer. Alright, so we got our fiberall up here and our 2 long stretches. On here, I kind of want to point out, like, some people might think this is overkill to cover panels front to back, but when I'm sanding this, you can see these are the highs, or let's call it the level, and it's taking the filler here. You know, when I sand, if it didn't need it here, it would sand it off. So this is low, you know what I mean? Coming through here, you know, I might have rounded it a little bit, but when you're hitting spots like this and this, that means that from here to here, it needs that filler there. You know what I mean? So, you know, you can, you know, kind of want in one hand and shit in the other on something like this, but you got to fill it from front to back on these things, you know, if you want it to be any kind of straight. Got the body work done on this back part with our upper rail and our little McCorners and back part here. This shape here, I just love that shape. Sun's kind of hitting it weird, but this has a really great shape where it comes around here and goes down. It's just a neat look.
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job,